Hey, what's up, guys? Thena here. We have the anniversary special ongoing from Neo Monsters, and in my previous video, you might have seen I went over the anniversary fortune shrine, but that's not all. If you go to the news section, you can actually see all the different perks that we are receiving here. So this is the part 1 page, but when we go to the part 2, you can see there's the Neo Ticket Lite, the green one, and the Neo Ticket, the red one. And this is what I wanted to go over in this video. As you can basically choose from a pool of mythics and legendaries, and I just wanted to go over the mythics for you to just give us some guidance as to which I personally think makes sense to get out of that ticket. For that, you go to the right, there's the monster shop, and there's a 9th anniversary special. I must say, I kinda the patch came out earlier today or this morning, and I'm having quite a few issues with the game, especially when I go to the shop here. Or on the 4th page, I got a lot of crashes, and yeah, probably the team is already aware, and hopefully they're gonna fix it soon. But if you experience anything similar, then yeah, restart your game and then hope for the best. For now, I hope this works out for this video. So let's start with the first page. So obviously it mainly depends on what you already have in your team or in your basically in your inventory, and obviously the safe bet is when you're missing one particular shard of that mythic, then of course go for it. I personally, the only thing that I could potentially build is my. When we go to our list of monsters and filter for mythics, you can see that most of them are without any shards, but this lady has 2 shards, and I can already tell that she's not in the pool for the ticket, so that's not really a thing for me, which is pretty unfortunate. But yeah. Other than that, let's go through each of those. So Asmodia is the first one is pretty good, but only in her awakened form, and she's only viable if you want to have like a toxic or like poison ending with Death Gazer and stuff like that. Then she's very good to basically make a good comeback. But the non-awakened form is not really worth it. Now Kirina, I saw some people run her also in the ultra form. Like, she can be pretty good if you set her up, and so that's one. She's a thing that she's a monster that you can go for if you want to. If you like that playstyle. She's very similar to the Doom Drake, the one which you put on 1 HP, and then he can basically one-shot enemies. Very similar to that one. And then Persevere, I faced her a lot with like, yeah, she's very good with the passives, so immunity for sleep and stun, and then she can deal a lot of damage, has low time unit moves, so basically she can be pretty devastating. So if you have her or don't have her, I'd suggest you can go for her as well. I have her only as a base form without any shards, and I don't think she's really usable without the awakened form. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate there. Terfina, I mean, she's okay, but not that great. Even her awakened form, I don't think she's very, yeah, very worthwhile for that. Fiona, I don't know, she's not that good. Make Angelion. He can be decent with his stun protection and the Nemesis Annihilate to get rid of like something like a Camilla. Can be very good. Purifying Rain is not that bad to have, so he's a very good supportive unit. And I don't know what his base form can do. Diffuse is pretty similar, and Stun Bisector, halving all stun effects. So he can be usable also in his base form now that I see it. And Purifying Drop is still good, giving you like health back and also removing, like purifying and giving stealth. So he can be pretty nice also in his base form. So that's a good pick. Missile Torment is something which I have in the base form without any shards, but even his awakened form is not that great, honestly. Yeah, you're viable. You're basically vulnerable to like true hit and stuff like that. So Nature Goal is decent, but not worth it. Next page. Mechhydra, no. Brynhild, she's alright, but not worthwhile in my opinion. Satomi, the awakened form is pretty good. I have her with one shot, so this might be a consideration for me actually, to get the second shot and then hope that she will arrive in a festival egg or something like that in the future, so I can go for her last shot. So this is something which can help a lot with her. Secret Destroyer and Shield Breaker is pretty good. Then yeah, just a solid monster, which, and also very versatile with also knockback next and shielding with 1 second basically. Stun immunity of course, and hold ground is also decent. So yeah, Satomi could be an option. Arachnodrake, no. Excalibur Dragon, no. Devil Ladies. This is actually, funnily enough, I just need one shot of this lady to have her fully awakened. But honestly, she's not even worth using with for the 16 cost, unfortunately. Aurelius, there's a nasty strategy going on with him, where you use the eternal energy, and then you use like something that can cannibalize or like sacrifice yourself, your own monster to get the dude in that basically grants a turn to the highest TU monster, and then you can basically blast the enemy. It's I guess it's a very cheesy build, and yeah, it's not really something for me. And then what else? So I wouldn't recommend going for that unless you're of course missing the last shard. Ophidiator, I have the base form, I think. Yeah, might come up, but he's pretty situational, I feel like, so I'd skip on him. Kurokami is a nice ending monster, similar to Harlequin, with his limitless production of Yukis, like the snowball thingies. Could be viable. He's also being used in his base form. So if you like to have some end game sweeper or like resilience, then go for him. Huskigon can be pretty nasty as well, like to basically stun lock the opponent, because he can also sacrifice your useless monsters and stuff like that. I have his base form, but yeah, I don't know, he's still pretty situational, and you have to have a lot of setup for him to like be fully functional. So yeah, there are better stunners in there, but so therefore I wouldn't go for him. Dragulus is also nice to have as for excessive force protector killers, but protectors aren't really used that much anymore because there's the new Carmillet, I think, the one which can have the Guardian execute, and she's running wild everywhere right now in the front lines, so protectors have a tough time right now. If you run protector, you basically need to have him in addition with like a time freeze unit like Regalion, so therefore Dragulus doesn't have that many implications. Now we come to a monster that is actually worth it, I feel like, Voidress. Has setup, has a very nice move called Eclipse that can basically just annihilate a monster regardless of what it is, ignoring everything, including the revenge effect. So then Payback Killer, of course, is nice to have. Maneater, definitely, with all those lady humanoid mythics running around. And then Camouflage is a very nice protective way, and then Shield Entrance. So everything is actually speaking for Voidress. The unfortunate part is that I don't even have the base form, and yeah, so I don't know if it's very worthwhile for me. But if you don't have anything similar to Voidress, then even the previous the base form can be useful for you because it has also Camouflage, it has the Headhunter, it has Payback Killer, so I think you can go for Voidress. So this would be definitely a top pick. Arachnadiva can come up, honestly. I have this spider with one shot, and yeah, can be devastating with all that, with the Vengeance, ignoring everything, and then Scapegoat to basically act like a pseudo protector, and yeah, Camouflage, of course. So pretty good monster overall, which you can also use as in the base form just to have the Payback Revenge as well. So go for it if you want more revenge killers, or revenge, Payback Revenge basically. Now XYZ, this got buffed pretty hard in the latest patches, and especially the Awakened form of the Tempus Reaper is the main reason why I'm running the Unicera in the front line, to basically use Purifying Mist to protect my Momo. He's very good in what it can do, and basically being stun protection without being weak to like Chrono Killers is also really good to have. So even his base form can be pretty good. So I don't have the base form, so this might be something which I could look into, because generally he can be pretty useful just for the stun absorption, and then the Ion Field stunning everything that comes in. And yeah, definitely a good pick. Onyxia doesn't have that much going for it other than being a stun counter and sleep immunity. So the passives are actually what is good for him, but only in his Awakened form. I have him with one shot, and if I had 2 shots on him, honestly, I would go for him just to have the stun counter option, because Angel Lion is generally always limited or has some restriction. Same for Momo, and Leo Geist with the other stun counter is not really that great anymore, unfortunately. So having more stun counter units, is definitely a plus. But I can't remember the name, but the mythic with the Dream Field passive, the pink animal thingy, is definitely a lot better. with the stun counter. So go for that one instead, and I wouldn't waste a ticket on Onyxia. Now, Suikenshi, overall very versatile, very good. I have him luckily and has awakened form, so it's a no for me. But yeah, if you need some units that are having, or if you have trouble with like protectors, then this is something that can help you with his focus, so the attacks cannot be redirected. And then, yeah, generally a good revenge killer or like a sweeper in general. So pretty viable also in his base form. Oh, the 4th page worked actually, so luckily for this video. I kept getting game crashes here on this page. But yeah, so Bastia, she's very unique with her how is it the passive called, Serene Field, where you can negate all the entrance effects. Can be pretty nasty if you have like a good setup, and then you basically also negate the last bit of interaction from the opponent with the entrance negation. So can be pretty devastating. The entrance negation is also available for the base form, so if you like that kind of strategy, go for it. Because I don't think any other unit offers that Serene Field passive. So yeah, definitely an option if you like that kind of strategy. It's not for me, so I'm personally not going for that. Yukihime, very situational. I mean, the deadly sleep can be deadly, no pun intended. However, yeah, there are so many counters, and therefore I don't think she's that great. Konomi, also decent, but not that great in my opinion. There are a lot better units. Lucifer, I mean, the only thing going for her is the Heartburst thingy, where you can, like similar to Camilla, where you can just annihilate one monster, but that's it. So not really worth it for me. Mad Bee, I don't even really know what she can do. Dual Overconfident Strike. Yeah, some pretty situational things. In general, I wouldn't get her. Novem Domina. Fire Link teams are pretty good if you have all those Fire Mythics. And she can also be used in her base form. And if you like running Link teams, especially a Fire Link team, then this is a safe pick for you, especially because there's also the special offer where you can, I think, use 300 gems in and hedge some eggs and then get her guaranteed as well. So that's another shard basically for 300 gems for you. And yeah, so she's accessible pretty easily, and then you would almost have her ready. I think I have her without any shards, or maybe just one shard, so I could potentially go for the full awakening, but I don't have any other fire mythics really. And the Satomi, the one with the Secret Destroyer, is definitely better to go for first as a fire mythic, so I would put her I would prioritize Novem Domina definitely less than the Satomi. Now Kuromasa, there are also pretty nasty builds running around with him, where you can run basically like a full protector line and then a give turn unit, and then basically keep dual catapulting to monsters and then give him turn again, and yeah, basically use him as a main sweeper. But it's very situational, I feel like, and needs a lot of setup, and I'm not really a fan of building the whole team around like a single monster. That's just not really my playstyle. Therefore I wouldn't personally go for that. Now Plumesilisk is definitely S tier in my opinion out of this list. Because of course Stun Absorber is always good to have, and then as I mentioned earlier, Stun Absorber without being weak to time killers or like chrono killers is a big plus. And then of course what's the main point of this is the taunt ability, the auto taunt, and then this is also auto taunt plus, so it acts pretty similar to like an auto protector in that regard, without being weak obviously to anti-protector skills. And then running this together with Carmelet, you can still Guardian execute, so it's pretty OP, I feel like. And then you have a double baby summon that you can use for like throw moves or have just more protection. And overall, a very good protective unit. I'm as you saw probably in my some of my videos, I also already used the base version of this. And even though I just have the base form without any shots, I think I will just go for another Plumelisk, just to be a little closer to the awakened form. And so this is definitely a good pick, or in my opinion the best pick even just for the base form. You can use him already for the taunt ability, for the absorption, even union attack comes up sometimes, and then baby summon just for additional resilience. So this is definitely the best recommendation I can give you. Plumelisk for sure at the first spot. And now my game crashed, so anyway, I think hopefully I could give you some insights through my thought process. And hopefully if you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more upcoming videos. And thank you for watching.